These games, who would you put at number one?
Man, it's the Hurricanes, and it's not even close, Jenny. Oh. This is not even close. Let's get, Skip, you know my word is.
Wait, is it my turn?
No, it's not your turn. I like to use the word context. There are 11 offensive guys, there are 11 defensive guys. Of the 22 starters that started that night for the Hurricanes, 11 of them were first-round draft picks. 17 guys on that roster were drafted in the first round. 38 of those guys overall were draft picks.
Wow.
Now, the starting running back that night was Clinton Portis. He went in the second round.
Yep.
Willis McGahee was his backup. Frank Gore was his backup. Frank Gore got 14,000 rush yards. Andre Johnson, Jeremy, you didn't mention Jeremy Shockey, was the starting tight end.
Wait, you didn't mention Jeremy.
No, I'm talking to Jenny because you read Andre Johnson.
Was she supposed to mention?
I couldn't mention them all.
Jeremy Shockey, Kellen Winslow II, Jonathan Vilma, DJ Williams. Oh, man, Big Vince Wolford. Come on, Skip. This is not even close. How about this? Skip. They had Nebraska, who was the fourth-ranked team. They had them 34-0 at half.
Oh, then what happened?
3 games. Skip. They put it in cruise control, 34-0 at half. Last 4 games of the season, they beat 14th-ranked Syracuse, 59-0. 12th-ranked UW, 65-7. They went to Blacksburg, Virginia Tech. Now, you know that's a tough place to play. Beat them down. Florida State, early in the year, Florida State had won 54 consecutive home games. Stomped them out. The Miami Hurricanes is the best team ever, assembled. Nobody can touch it. Definitely not. Vince Young was unbelievable, Skip. That might have been the best game I've ever seen. They would have beaten the brakes off a Vince Young team.
Really?
They would have, and that Tebow team, Skip, think about this. Not Ed Reed, Sean Taylor, who was on projection to be one of the 2 or 3 best safeties they ever played, was a freshman and played special teams. Oh, my goodness. They were loaded. You know it. If you say Florida, Skip Bayless, don't you do it. Don't you say Florida because, Skip, I'm asking you. Please don't do it, Skip. I'm asking you. Do me one, Skip. Don't do it, Skip. Ain't no, don't do it.
Tell me when you're finished.
It's not, I'm never going to be finished if you, Skip, don't do it. I'm asking you nicely.
So, Jenny, I ask you.
Yes.
Did he bring up the Hurricanes quarterback that year? No. I didn't hear him.
I could have played quarterback.
Wait a second.
Oh.
No, you could not have.
Yes, I could
because
have.
it's the hardest position to play in all sports.
Not
it's
in college.
It's the most important position in all of sports, even in college.
Didn't you see
it's
Alabama?
Why Vince Young took a team that was pretty good all the way to the top. It's why Tim Tebow took a team that was pretty good all the way to the top.
What about all those picks they had? Come on, Skip. Look at what look at the Canes. Come on now.
I'm not going. Okay, are you going to tell me who the quarterback was, or do I have to say?
Eric Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey?
Yeah, Dorsey.
So you just made a case for the greatest team ever with Ken Dorsey at quarterback? You're disqualified. It's over and out. I covered Ken Dorsey for a while when he was a 49er. He was no good.
What you going to do about all the other guys?
I don't care. The position that matters most has Ken Dorsey. You're out.
Skip.
You just
look
got
at
disqualified.
Alabama's won
Ken
5.
Dorsey, how can you defend him? Ken Dorsey?
Alabama has won 5 national championships. Skip, there have been some great teams that the quarterback hasn't been very good. You make it seem like everybody got a #1 overall draft pick. With this talent, 11 of their 22 starters were first-round draft picks. Let that sink in.
Let this sink in. The best team I have seen in the last 20 years played in 2014 for The Ohio State University, led by my man Ezekiel Elliott, who was the most dominating college running back I have ever seen. I've never seen anything like what he did down the stretch.
Oh, you Herschel Walker?
Most dominating.
No,
I know
sir.
Herschel Walker. This was off the charts. This was beyond Herschel Walker. Eric Dickerson, name somebody else. I'll tell you why. They play Wisconsin that had a really good defense in the Big Ten championship game. It was 59-0 because Zeke went for 220 yards. Then they play St. Nick's defense in the national semifinal, and they hang 42 on St. Nick's defense because Zeke ran for 230 yards. Then they play Oregon in the national championship game, Marcus Mariota, and they hang 42 on the Ducks because Zeke goes for 246 yards. Those are are the 3 greatest big game running back games you will ever find. You can't top that. Zeke was better than any of those 3 running backs that you named from the Hurricanes, and they're all really good. But Clinton Portis or McGahee or who was the other one? They're just
Frank Gore.
Frank Gore. They're not this guy. This guy is going to be all-time great. This is a Hall of Famer. This was a college football Hall of Fame run that he had. And guess what, boys and girls? He had a quarterback.
Cardale Jones.
Cardale Jones.
What's he doing now?
Played through. I don't care what he's doing now. I just know what he did then.
Okay, what did Ken Dorsey do then?
You know what? He went Nick Foles in those 3 games, Cardale Jones did, because I've never seen a quarterback hotter, play better, and I'm talking about throwing it and running it.
And he lost his job the next year.
Oh, well, I don't care. Those 3 games, he completes 61% of his passes for 742 yards in 3 games.
Yeah.
He was out of his mind hot. He was like man among boys hot. He looked bigger, stronger, faster with a bigger arm than anybody he was playing against. So wait a second. I'm not finishing. The floor is mine.
It's not going to change.
If you want to talk about draft choices, let's look at the Ohio State defense.
Okay.
Look at that secondary. Marshawn Lattimore, Malik Hooker, Garyon Conley, Eli Apple. Those are high pick. Those are first round.
Which one better than Ed Reed?
Which
one better than Ed
all
Reed?
4 of them together, that's a secondary. I'll tell you who's better than anybody on the Hurricanes is a pass rusher, Joey Bosa. He dominated college football. I've never seen anything like him in college. And he's pretty good in pro football.
He's playing his tail off.
Yeah, so all of a sudden I'm saying, okay, so you got the best pass rusher, you got the best running back, you had the best quarterback over those 3 games, and you got the best secondary by far. You're the best team I ever seen.
I'll take Andre John. Skip. Their starting defense, the Canes starting defense, 7 first-rounders.
Okay, you got it, but you can't beat the quarterback. I've got Cardale. I'll take Cardale Jones over Ken Dorsey.
Why?
Seriously?
How?
Ken Dorsey was like, you want to talk about below average? How do you wind up with Ken Dorsey?
Well,
on
if
that
Cardale
team?
Jones is what you said he was, how did he lose his job the following year after 3 games?
He's out of his mind.
Oh, he was out of his mind.
What is he? 6'5"?
That doesn't have anything to do.
50.
Oh man, Vince Wolford. I ain't even mentioned Antrell Roll. Antrell Roll was a freshman. 3rd team behind Ed Reed and Sean Taylor. Oh, Skip,
I'd like
come
to
on.
see that battle because
Vilma, DJ. Ooh.
Zeke, he would slice and dice that defense.
Clinton Portis. Clinton Portis was Rookie of the Year. Zeke was Zeke. 2 1,500-yard seasons, back to back. Had Clinton
Are you
Portis.
trying to tell me Clinton Portis is better than Ezekiel Elliott? Because he's just not. Sorry, he's just not. He's really good, but he's not.
Had Clinton Portis stayed in Denver, Clinton Portis would have been a Hall of Famer.
But he didn't, and he wasn't.
Okay, we got to see what Zeke's going to do. You make it seem like Zeke's going to the Hall of Fame after 2 years.
He's going to be all-time great. Obviously, I got to knock on wood that
How about
he's
this?
healthy.
Will he have more rush yards than Frank Gore?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he's just
Put 5 cases of dew on that.
This guy's dominant.
Put 5 cases of dew on that.
Well, we're going to have a long way.
I ain't got number time. I ain't going nowhere.
I don't know.
I ain't got number time.
You just turned 50.
I ain't got number time. I ain't going nowhere. I know I'm going to live a long time. I ain't hoping to.
Yeah, this team was hotter than that team.
No. Yeah. Your team lost the game. This team, 54 games, they went to Florida State and beat Florida. Now, you know Florida State kept a stink back then.
Yeah, I'll give you that team was loaded except for the quarterback.
Your team was loaded except for the quarterback.
That's wrong. Look at the numbers. 46 of 75 in 3 games for 742. I've never seen a quarterback play at a higher level than Cardale did for those 3 games.
And think about
they're
it.
big games.
And he played as high as he possibly could. Zeke rushed for 1,000,000 yards. They won by 7.